Now in this lecture, I want to show you a practical use of the download and execute payload that I showed you in the previous lecture. So what I want to do is I'm gonna modify the links in that payload so that it downloads Blogger and Lazan, so that automatically whenever the person double clicks that file, I will get a report of all the saved passwords and all the passwords in memory, because Lazan is going to do all that for me. And then Blogger will be executed and it's going to run as a service on that computer, and it's going to record any key strike the person enters even after they restart. So this way I'll be able to get all the saved passwords and any other password the person will enter in the future. Now I'm going to be using tools and files that we've already used before. So this is just combining a few things that we learned so far. So I'm already in my evil files in var www.html, and I already have my download and execute bat script, and it's already in bat, so I won't need to rename it. But I can open it with my text editor the same way that I open it when it's in text. And you can see that this is set, like the previous video, to just download and execute 2 images. What we want to do in this lecture is we want to download and execute 2 executables. So I'm just going to delete all of this in here in the files. And I'm going to put the location where my first file is stored. And again, you want to make sure that the file that you're using can be directly downloaded from this URL. So I'm actually going to be downloading Blogger right here, and I'm going to be downloading runlazan.bat. So just to show you what I mean by direct URL, so you'll see whenever I type runlazan right here, you won't see any pages. You'll directly see a download dialog asking you to download the runlazan file. So this will tell us that this URL can be used to directly download Lazan, and that means I can use it in my script. So the first file that I want to download is Lazan, so it's going to be, make sure you put the quotes and then type in the URL. So my URL is going to be http 10.20.14.2.13 evil files runlazan.bat. That's my first file. My second file is going to be Blogger, and it's at the same URL, so it's at 10.20.14.2.13 evil files, and that's going to be followed by b.exe. Now keep in mind, you don't have to have these files on your own web server. I'm only using my web server here for convenience. You can upload these files to any remote server and just make sure you use the direct URLs. There's a lot of free hosting websites. There is a lot of websites will just allow you to upload files like this. Just make sure you have the file can be directly downloaded from the URL that you're using. So I'm done now. Everything is done. I'm just going to save this, Control S, and we can test this. So I'm just going to go to my Gmail to show you that I don't have any notifications from anything at the moment. So if I just go and refresh here, I have nothing. Now I'm gonna download. I'm just gonna download my download and execute file from here. And I'm gonna click on save. And then I'm gonna execute it. So what this is gonna do, it's gonna do 2 things. It'll first download Lazan and execute it in the background, and then it's gonna download Blogger and execute it in the background as well. Lazan will get me all the passwords that's saved on my browsers and on the programs that's used on Windows, including the Windows passwords and the passwords in the memory, like we seen. And Blogger will run as a service. It's always going to run even if the computer restarts, and it's going to record all the key strikes that I enter on this computer, so that even if I log into anything in the future, I'll still be able to capture that. You can see that this is Lazan actually working in the background, and it's still trying to look for passwords. We're going to leave that, and don't worry about it. I'm going to show you how to hide this window, and it won't be suspicious at all in the future. For now, it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Facebook, and just log into it to make sure that Blogger is working in the background. So I'm going to go to facebook.com and just log in with any username and password. So let's say zaid@isecurity.org. And let's say I put my password as 123456. Okay, now coming back, we can see that we already got our Lizan report. And if I open that and open it here, this is going to give us the saved passwords on the computer. So this is not a keylogger, it's Lizan. And we can see that we have the 2 passwords that we were getting before, and we have the password for the Gmail account for John Wick, and it's ABC123, ABC123. So that's really cool. We were able to get all the passwords that the person used so far. And now our keylogger is working in the background, sending us reports of anything that the person types on their keyboard. So we can see that we already got a report in here. If I open that, we can see that our target went to Facebook, and they put their username, which is zaid@isecurity.org, and they put their password as 12345667. And Blogger is going to be constantly working in the background, recording all the data the person does on their computer. So what's really cool about what we did now is we were able to get all the passwords that the person used before using Blogger, and all the passwords that the person will use in the future, and Blogger is going to do that for us. So with this method, we were able to combine 2 programs, Blogger and Lizan, get them both executed with 1 download and with 1 file.